To be successful, you have to have a combination between modernity and timelessness. I am very competitive. I always want to win. The success of the group is made of the quality of the product, and the quality of the product is a consequence of the extraordinary craftsmen and women that are working with us. All that interests me is promoting my brands, never myself. Try to avoid to invest when everything is too expensive. I think in business, you have to learn to be patient. Maybe I'm not very patient myself. But I think that I've learned the most is be able to wait for something and get it when it's the right time. If you control your distribution, you control your image. The key to success is this duality, timelessness and the utmost modernity. The goal of a startup is not to stay a startup. The goal of a startup is to grow and to become, if possible, a large company. Every time there's been a crisis, we've gained market share. I remember people telling me, it does not make sense to put together so many brands. And it was a success, it was a recognized success, and for the last 10 years now, every competitor is trying to imitate. I think they are not successful, but they try. Money is just a consequence. I always say to my team, don't worry too much about profitability. If you do your job well, the profitability will come. The major reason for success at the beginning is to have an idea, a creative idea, an innovative idea. Luxury goods are the only area in which it is possible to make luxury margins. Luxury is the combination of quality and creativity. It's not enough to have a talented designer, the management must be inspired too. The creative process is very disorganized, the production process has to be very rational. People think of politicians having true power, but that's less and less true. After all, they are often constrained or being edged into a corner by a whole series of contingencies. What feels good is choice. Having the freedom of choice. The only thing that is imposed on me professionally speaking is my own long-term vision of things. I think there will be a high level of optimism when all this is finished and things return to normal. What I have fun with is trying to transform creativity into business reality all over the world. To do this, you have to be connected to innovators and designers, but also make their ideas livable and concrete. I take time to get close to, and I don't immediately throw my arms around someone. Happiness for me is really leading the team and, if possible, leading them to the top. If you deeply appreciate and love what creative people do and how they think, which is usually in unpredictable and irrational ways, then you can start to understand them. And finally, you can see inside their minds and DNA. If you control your distribution, you control your image. China is clearly going to be the #1 economic power, and it is already full of potential. With lots of population and the buying power increasing by the day. I am and will remain a tax resident in France, and in this regard I will, like all French people, fulfill my fiscal obligations. Once we decided to do a tower in New York, it had to say something about our group, reflecting the mix of modernity and creativity in our organization. It's a symbol. If they succeed to do that, no doubt, in the next generation it will be the major area of the world, economically. For more quotes like, share, and subscribe. Our channel Best Quotes.